Hey, it's Mike from the Mike James Rock Show. Newfound Gloria in the house. How's it going, gentlemen?
Great, man.
Welcome back to the UK.
Yeah, thanks.
You played Slam Dunk last night. How was it?
It was awesome. Outdoors, so a little different than today. Today's inside for us in an arena, but it was great. Tons of people.
Yeah.
And for us, I think it's been 6 years since we played Slam Dunk, and it has grown exponentially since then. It's so massive.
It's 10th anniversary today, and it's huge.
Exactly. Yeah, it's very, very huge. Lineup's awesome. Tons of stages, tons of great bands, tons of friends of ours. So it's been great.
Is there any bands you're going to go and check out when you're not doing press?
I watched Moose Blood earlier.
How are they?
Really good.
Yeah.
Really good.
Anyone else?
I'll probably watch a little bit of Yellow Card. We just finished a tour with them last year in the States.
Okay, how was
they
that?
play. It was great. They play like an hour or two before us. The funny thing is, leading up to these festivals, I've been doing a lot of press and interviews, and the most popular question is, who are you going to watch? Just like you said. Well, I was listing all these bands that I want to see, and then when the stage splits came out and the set times, I realized all those bands are playing at the same time as us. So
always the way.
yeah, but that's what happens. But that's what makes it good about this festival. It doesn't matter who you are; you can always find somebody that you like.
Yeah. Especially because it's over 3 days as well. So
Exactly,
It's
yeah.
the same lineup.
Yep.
I think this is the closest the UK gets to something like a Warped Tour or like a Mayhem Tour or something like that.
Exactly.
It's like a touring festival. Mm-hmm. Do you think that's the way forwards for festivals, or do you think these are more destination festivals where it's a one-stop and that's it kind of thing, like your Rock on the Ranges or your Down Low Festival or those kind of things?
I mean, I think it depends on who you are. So if you're, a fan coming to a festival, then the destination can be cool if you travel to it. But, again, here in the UK, like doing a Warped Tour might not work, but doing a festival like this that is spread out over a few days, but it has the same lineup, totally does work.
So three or 4 day kind of tour, not a big Warped Tour like.
Yeah, but then in America, the area is so much larger. So you almost have to have something like a Warped Tour that goes every single day all around the country, as opposed to just a one weekend festival or something like that. But I love it. Again, I think the lineup for Slam Dunk has always been so stellar. Almost every year, even the years that we're not on it, it's so much.
Well, it
of
obviously
everything.
misses something when you guys aren't here.
Of course not. But we're very happy to be back.
Yeah, it's kind of like a different vibe too. I think festivals over here are, to me, a lot more special than they are in the States.
Okay.
There's very few big name, really cool festivals in the States. Warped Tour is kind of the only one, but it's not.
You used to have
but
Lollapalooza, and then
that's like a full summer. So to me, it feels more like a tour rather than like a festival. Here, the festivals here are really unique, I think, and special.
Is it? We get to speak to a hell of a lot of bands, and American bands come over here and they're quite happy to play British festivals early on in the day because they play to so many people. Whereas back home, you wouldn't get that many people because of the size of the festivals.
I think it's I always kind of felt like out here people appreciate music more.
Okay.
And in the States where they're like, oh, well, Newfound Glory is going to be here 3 or 4 times this year. We'll just go next time.
I get you.
Here, I think there's just more of an excitement, where people want to hear new bands, people want to support everyone and just be there. And it's just, I don't know, it's a really special feeling being a part of festivals like this.
I think also with regards to European festivals, we kind of put a lot of onus onto the heritage bands as well. Your bands that have been around 15, 20 plus years, those have really weathered the storm of how the industry's changed in the last 10, 15 years. You guys are one of those bands that have managed to do that. How did you manage to traverse the way the industry has changed in the last 10 years or so?
I mean, I think we're very lucky because the way that we kind of got popular was just by going out there and playing as many shows as we could. And then especially when you talk about a place like the UK or Europe, we came here early and we came here often. And, there are some bands that might play once or twice here and then they take a couple years before they come back. We knew right away when we came over here, we realized how special it was. And the things Ian was talking about, it's just, people are different out here. The fans are awesome. And whatever you play, whether it's clubs or festivals, it's just so much different in a good way compared to some other parts of the world. So we made sure to come over here. And I think that really has helped us stay relevant. And also, just people enjoy watching us. They enjoy the show. And it doesn't matter if it's a festival like Slam Dunk, if it's a club gig, or if it's an even bigger, festival here in Europe. I think people enjoy watching it, and that makes us play.
I kind of feel too with our band, I feel like a lot of people see our band as just for normal guys. You know what I mean? There's never been an ego in our band where someone in our band has been cocky. I think that watching our band, people realize that if we can do it, they can do it too. You know what I mean? We're just normal. I mean, I'm a pretty weird, strange individual, so I mean, I like starting out playing an instrument. I was always like the worst at my instrument out of everyone that I was friends with. But looking back now, I'm the only one that is in a band. Everyone else has regular 9-to-5 jobs. But I think that just having the passion that we had starting out, and I just think that people kind of see a little bit of themselves in us. And I think that's kind of helped us with
makes it personable as well. People can actually relate. 'Cause like you said, there are bands where it is four egos and they've all got their individual like social medias and all that kind of stuff, and they're outdoing each other, band members for likes and all that kind of thing. Whereas you guys do come across like you're a unit, almost like a family kind of thing.
Sure.
And the fans, I think, can buy into that as well.
Of course. And we've all been doing this since the beginning together, So we grew up together, we experienced things together, we, built our career together, and we can all look back on how far we've come and how much it's taken to get here.
Yeah.
And I think that makes us appreciate it, and obviously the fans as well can see that.
Yeah, that's cool, man. What's the rest of the year got in store? We're halfway through 2016 as it is already.
Yeah, we go back to the States after this. We do Warped Tour this summer.
Nice.
So a little longer, but a lot of great bands as well.
Are you now one of the bands on Warped Tour that gets a specific time slot, or do you have to go through that?
No. Warped Tour is Warped Tour.
You wake up in the morning, and one day you could be on at noon, one day you could be on
I
7
still
at
can't
night.
get my head around
The
that.
next
man.
day it's 2, the next day it's 5. It's just that's what's fun about Warped Tour, is that there is no headliner.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter how long you've been a band or who you are. You wake up, they say this is your set time, and that's when you're playing.
Yeah, and we've never been like that. There might have been a couple shows where maybe there was another prior obligation or something, and Kevin Lyman from Warped Tour has been great about making sure that we can play at a certain time. But we've never been the band that has either asked nor expected to get something like a special treatment, because Warped Tour is Warped Tour, and we started our career playing a local stage and then a couple shows on a bigger stage, and the next thing you know, getting to the main stages. So we've worked our way up, and we just understand how it works, and we'd love to go back there. So we have Warped Tour this summer that we'll be doing, and when that finishes, come this fall, we'll get in the studio and write and record a new record, and
Nice.
hit the repeat button starting next year.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So it'd be recorded, ready for
Sometime next year.
Yeah. That'd be cool. And then back over for several festivals for next season then?
We'll see. Yeah, if they ask, I can assume that we'll probably come.
For sure. Well, hopefully we'll either catch you at Slam Dunk or another British festival next summer.
And
with a new album.
if not, clubs, venues, maybe a little bit of all of that. So
Some headline shows.
Yeah.
Get it all out
We'll
there.
be back regardless.
That's what we like to hear.
For sure.
Thanks very much for taking some time out, man. Enjoy the
Thank
show.
you.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.